In this video, I'm going to describe a place in your hometown that you like to go to with your friends or family. And in my answer, I'm going to say where it is, how I know about the place, what I do there, and why I like to go there. The first place that came to mind when I read this topic card was a cinema that I frequent regularly. It is located on the outskirts of the city in an up-and-coming area. There is a new residential area and a number of entertainment places have been built, such as a bowling alley, an ice skating rink, and this cinema. As it is situated out of town, transport is a must. There are a number of alternatives, such as going there by car, or there is a regular bus service. Personally, I prefer to go there by car, as it is more convenient because you don't need to worry about bus timetables or when the last bus is. Fortunately, there are plenty of parking spaces, and if you are using the facilities, then you get the price of the parking ticket refunded. When this place opened, they did loads of advertising, such as on the sides of buses and billboards in the city centre, so that is when I first heard about it. They also had a special offer of buy one get one free for the first few weeks after they opened, so I went with a few of my mates. We were so overwhelmed by the whole cinematic experience that we are now regulars. What makes this cinema better than the one in town is that it has an IMAX screen. From memory, IMAX means image maximum and is much larger than a normal cinema screen. The audio is astonishing too, so it makes movies much more exciting and enthralling to watch. If you've never seen a film on IMAX, I'd thoroughly recommend it. It's an eye-opening and spine-tingling experience. Okay, let's take a look. So we often use this expression when something comes to mind or springs to mind. So the first place that came to mind. Here we've got frequent. Now you're probably familiar with frequently, which means often, but frequent is a verb which means to go to a place. So I frequent it regularly. It is located on the outskirts of. Remember, when you're talking about your hometown, you need this kind of language. It is located in, but here, because outskirts goes with on the outskirts, which means on the outside of the city. Another great phrase for hometowns and this topic's an up-and-coming area is an area where lots of money is being spent, there are lots of new buildings, houses, and it's becoming popular and more fashionable. Residential area. This is an area with lots of houses. Have been built. The passive really impresses IELTS examiners, so if you know it, throw it in. A bowling alley. Here I'm just adding some more vocabulary, trying to get as much vocabulary into my answer to say to the IELTS examiner, look at me, I know all these words and phrases. So a bowling alley is where you go bowling, and an ice skating rink is where you go ice skating. Now I've already used it is located, so I've used it is situated. Out of town just means not in the centre of the town or city. Even though I'm talking about a city that I live in, we can still say it's out of town, meaning it's not in the city centre. Now, you know must as a verb, but it also can be used as a noun, and it's great for writing and speaking. If something is a must, it means you must do it or you must have it. Alternatives. I could have used options here, but I've chosen something more complex. Alternatives such as. And instead of saying there is a bus, A regular bus service, so all the time I'm looking for complexity in my answer. Convenient, very useful for lots of topics and for writing. Remember to use your adverbs. I've got personally, fortunately, happily, luckily. Make sure you get them into your answer. Plenty of instead of saying lots of. If you are using this is good grammar to use, remember to use the present continuous or any continuous tenses if you know how to use them. And to get the price of the parking ticket refunded. If something is refunded, you're given the money back. When we're giving examples, instead of just saying for example all the time, you can say such as. Billboards. These are big posters that are put on sides of buildings and that advertise things on. So you could use this for the advertising topic as well. Buy one, get one free. This is what you see a lot in different countries. So you buy one product or buy one ticket and you get another one free. My mates, IELTS speaking, you can use some informal language. I wouldn't use this in writing, but this means my friends. Overwhelmed. I could have said impressed, but I wanted to use something different. If you're overwhelmed, it's like, wow, it's just amazing. And the whole cinematic experience. We talk about cinematic experiences when you go to the cinema. Regulars. If you're a regular of something, you do it often. So you can be a regular in a restaurant, a regular in a particular bar or pub. But because we go to the cinema often, we can call ourselves regulars. IMAX screen. This is just a very, very big screen. Now, very little useful expression from memory. Instead of saying, oh, I don't really know, from memory, I'm thinking about it and I'm saying, yeah, think it's this, from memory. The audio, this is the sound. Astonishing. Instead of saying amazing, try and use something a bit more complex. It's astonishing. Exciting and enthralling. Enthralling does mean exciting, but I've added it in there to show, look at my range of vocabulary. I'd thoroughly recommend it. You can use this for other topics, sort of talking about holidays, places, etc. Eye-opening, something that makes you go, wow, or something that changes your mind about something. An eye-opening experience, and a spine-tingling experience. This can be used for something that excites you or something that scares you. Your spine is the bone that goes down the middle of your back, and if it's tingling, you're getting a sensation that you get when you're excited or you're nervous. So eye-opening experience, spine-tingling experience, useful for talking about lots of different experiences. Okay, thanks very much for watching.